Lately, I've been making my way through Marvel's Predator comics, and after covering their debut run, I'm now on to the 2023 series, and this story is called The Preserve. Once again written by Ed Brisson, and this time with art by Neto Diaz. This story follows a group of 8 strangers who find themselves suddenly transported to a distant alien planet. Yes, just like in the movie Predators.
This planet is a game preserve, and we're the game.
What's even more curious is that the strangers all seem to have been scooped up from different years. We recently saw in Killer of Killers that the Yautja have been keeping humans in cryosleep, so it's cool to see a bit more of that. Also, 2 of the humans in this story work for OWLF, the Otherworldly Life Forms program, as originally established in Predator 2.
That's right, Lieutenant. Otherworld life forms.
Huh?
A alien.
And then seen again in many of the older Dark Horse comics, and also seen again in The Predator. It isn't long before that plot is folded back into the previous comics plot, when Theta and Paolo show up. Now, I enjoyed the ending of that previous comic, when Theta completed her mission and finally killed the Predator that killed her parents, but then ultimately decided that she wasn't done, and instead she would continue hunting more Predators. I thought that was pretty badass, and I think Theta is pretty cool. And I was happy to see her return, but the rest of the plot just wasn't particularly interesting. The arrival of Theta and Paolo immediately implied that the new characters would essentially just become cannon fodder, and for the most part, that is exactly what happens. As you can imagine, this whole situation lends itself to a lot of tension amongst the characters. Despite Theta and Paolo trying to help them, there's even a mutiny. Some of the newer characters unfortunately allow one of the Predators to follow them, and so Theta and the newbies are all being hunted. In fact, the last couple of issues give me Alien vibes. Once again, I don't want to spoil all of the major beats here, but this one did not land quite as well for me. Even the name doesn't feel right. They're only on the preserve for half of the comic. In my opinion, the most interesting part was the conclusion, which I will partially spoil here. After surviving the hunt, Theta decides that her efforts to kill the Predators could potentially help humanity, so she allows someone to take her research back to Earth. If the OWLF are still a thing, then they could learn from her work. Theta, however, stays the course. She is still going to hunt them down, and now she wants to help free any of the humans that they are keeping in cryosleep too. If you enjoyed the first book like I did, then this is still worth a read. The art is great and the violence is pretty awesome, but I'm hoping that the next book will be a bit different. This one felt like a mishmash of ideas that we've already seen before, so I want something new and fresh. Stay tuned and follow me to hear my thoughts on it soon. Then of course I will be getting into the Marvel Predator crossovers.